What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with another episode of the Madden 23 Cupcake Relocation Franchise. Hey, how about a season opener, home opener victory in our very first game of the season? Clap it up for Cupcake McGee and the Austin Armadillos. Our boys played great last week, and this is the first time in the franchise that we won our opening game of the season. Very exciting. I was very impressed with what I saw, both offensively and defensively. It was a pretty tight game, as you see on your screen here, 27-20. But our boys played great. As we kind of run through the tape here, Damon Sanders, 124 QB rating, which is very good, 264 yards, only one touchdown, but no interceptions, the key stat. And I feel that the reason he did not have to throw 40 passes and go for over 300 yards is this kind sir right here, Dom Fitzpatrick, aka the Fitz train, going over 100 yards in his first game as the running back number one, as Tony Pollard has parted ways and he is no longer with us. Averaged 5 yards per carry and found the end zone. How about our backup Khalid Kramer also finding the end zone as well, and he averaged 4.3 yards per carry. So running game definitely showed up. Our receivers, Bruce Joyner. It is the Bruce show. It is Bruce, big time Bruce. That's what we're going to call him from now on. Big time Bruce, 5 catches, 101 yards. John Mechie came up pretty clutch, although he did fumble the ball and I almost cut him from my team. But that being said, he still did play very good. Our rookie Melvin McLeod had 3 grabs. McCole Hardman had 3 grabs. He found the end zone. And Ronnie Ellerby, the rookie, had 3 grabs as well. Only allowed 1 sack in that game, and that was backup Jawan Taylor, who was playing in due to injury. And defensively, it wasn't anything crazy, but we did have 2 TFLs, which is nice to see. Keegan McGriff and Marcus Davenport. Marcus Davenport also had a sack, and he had that forced fumble on Zach Wilson. And then new acquisition Greedy Williams also had a very good game as well. He had an interception. So we are taking on the Miami Dolphins here in week 2. So what does that mean? That means that we're going to have to go up against the likes of Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle, and the speed at that receiver core. You know, we're going to have to always be mindful of that and make sure that some of our guys don't get beat deep. We did play the Dolphins one time in this series, and that was way back in season 1. It was a hybrid episode, so half of it was draft scouting and prospects, and then I did show the second half of the gameplay. So by the time that you guys got to see me actually playing the Dolphins, cheeks were getting clapped. Cheeks were getting clapped, and it wasn't the Dolphins' cheeks, I can tell you that much. So this is going to be kind of like a redemption game. Dolphins, very good team, 83 rated overall, but look at that offense, 87. So we all know that defending the deep pass is going to have to be the game plan today. Tua Tagovailoa still here, although only 1 game into the season, yes, but Dolphins are 32nd, second worst team in the past, but something tells me they are going to change that number against us today. And I am going half pads for the practice reps in this game. I learned my lesson last week as I tried to go full pads, and we lost T. Higgins. Didn't even get to see him play. We also lost Ronnie Stanley, and then a bunch of players went down during the actual game itself with injuries as well. So I am not rocking full pads anymore. That much is for sure. Hoping this game we can come out full strength, because boy howdy, we're going to need it, especially our defense. So here's the moment of truth. Drum roll, please. And it looks like half pads did do us justice, as we did not lose anybody on the defensive side. But now, how about the offense? I really want to see T. Higgins in this game. Was a big blockbuster acquisition, and it looks like we are going to see him because there were no injuries on the offense either. Got a big upgrade from Marcus Davenport. I would sure say he earned it, having a forced fumble and a sack last week on Zach Wilson. And we'll just go power rusher here. He's already a scheme fit. That will bring him up to a true 84 rated overall. Gets a +1 to strength. You always like to see that. +1 to power moves and tackles. So Marcus Davenport, he is basically the cornerstone on that defensive line. And let's just see if we are going to have anybody injured in this game. Just Kenyon Green, who did get injured during the game last week, but everybody else who was injured is going to be back, so we're nearly going to be at full strength. And let's just take a look at this Dolphins roster, see who we are going to go up against, other than the big names that we all know and love. So, of course, Tua Tagovailoa is their quarterback. So he has been their quarterback throughout the duration. Cam Akers now in Miami. He's a pretty good halfback. No real depth behind that, though. Chuba Hubbard, he's okay, I suppose. Fullback is Alec Ingold, and here is where things get tricky. So Tyreek Hill, 99 speed. Jaylen Waddle, 97 speed. Oh, and if that wasn't bad enough, let's throw in an auto-generated 2-year man, Brian Wolf, who has 97 speed.
What?
Whether it be on the outside, in the 1 and 2 receiver spot, or in the slot, probably where Brian Wolf may play, it's just going to be burners all over the field. Mike Gesicki also here as well. Shout out to the Packers 5-year rebuild. If you haven't watched that video on my channel, take a look. Mike Gesicki was a key player in that series. Also, Will Bynes, I remember scouting him, so he's on their team as well. So pretty good receivers and tight end. They got Teron Armstead, a great left tackle, been doing this thing for a long time. And look, Montrell Sullivan, I know you guys remember me talking about him. Connor Williams is the center, Robert Hunt's the right guard, and right tackle will not be Cameron Green because he is hurt. It'll be Austin Jackson. So aside from Teron Armstead, not really a good offensive line. Emmanuel Ogbah is here as the left end to go alongside with Christian Wilkins on the right side. Pretty good defensive line there as far as the rush side. That is Raekwon Davis and Malik McDowell. Former Cleveland Brown is going to be in the D tackle position. Taylor Leonard, I also remember him. I think the mock draft had him mocked to us last offseason, not the one that just passed. He's the left linebacker. They got Jerome Baker. They got Nicholas Morrow and Jalen Phillips, right outside linebacker. He's also pretty good as well. Cornerback Xavier Howard, he's kind of regressed a little bit. I remember a time not so many moons ago that he was a superstar, maybe even a superstar X-Factor player in this game, and he is knocked down all the way to star dev. And look at that. Byron Jones not going to play, so Noah Igbenogany going to be seeing the field a lot more. And look, Kamal Childers, another player that we talked about in the draft prospect process. Yes, is that a word? Draft prospect process, the DPP.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Kamal Childers, we talked about him a lot. Javon Holland, free safety. Chuck Clark, strong safety. So an okay secondary, nothing too special. Kicking the ball, Matthew Wright, and then punting the ball, Luke Weston, who looks very disturbing. That guy looks like he is up to no good. Hey, Madden 24 right around the corner. Trailer just dropped actually yesterday as I record this, and if you guys had a chance to check that out, comment down below what you think. I saw some pretty good stuff. I mean, I can definitely tell you that the addition of the mini games for training and franchise mode, I haven't seen that since back in Madden 09 maybe? I forget when they took that out. Maybe it was Madden. Yeah, I think it was Madden 09. But that's going to be fun. Could make for a lot of fun and interesting content and ideas. I like the idea of being able to have 6 trade spots, and I definitely saw a lot of new tackle animations. So, you know, soon as Madden 24 drops, guys, hold on to your britches because I'm going to be dropping content left and right. I got a new series already planned, and if you guys would like to know what that is, I just need this video or the video I posted last week to get 30 likes, and I will reveal what that is. But very excited. Stick around. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you might gonna want to be, because I'm gonna be dropping content very often when Madden 24 comes out. But Madden 24 aside, we are on Madden 23 right now, and we got a job to do. We are going away from home, gonna be in Hard Rock Stadium, gonna be taking on the Dolphins, very good team, gonna be a challenge. So without further ado, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium and get ready for the game. Always a good day when you get to see these Austin Armadillos away team uniforms. Might be my favorite in the game. And speaking of the uniforms for relocation franchise teams, as we got to be careful that we don't get burned, Madden 24, they say they're going to have a ton of new relocation teams. So that is going to be very interesting. The ones that we have been here for at least half a decade, if probably longer than that, I want to say. So it's going to be nice to see that. So Tua did not play well last week. Only 156 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. I hope that same trend happens today, but something deep inside of me just feels like Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle and the boys are just going to have a good old-fashioned day against us, but coming out in the I form to start this thing, so maybe a give to Cam Akers, which it won't be, but it will be a sack, and it will be I think that was Jalen Burnett, and a forced fumble. Javon Hargrave picks it up. I believe that was Jalen Burnett, number 91. Tua did not play well last week. Only 156 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. I hope that same trend happens today. He regressed down to normal development last year. How? I do not know. He was supposed to be star. If he keeps making plays like that, and that was clean too, if he keeps making plays like that on the opening play of the game, he might get bumped back up. And there is Damon Sanders, the bald-headed bullet himself. 264 yards last week, 1 touchdown, and a clean game with no interceptions. You love to see that stat line. But we get the ball on the 14-yard line, graced with an early Christmas present. And let's go ahead and send Ronnie Ellerby on a streak. But we may actually have T. Higgins on the slant, our new acquisition, and no, we are going to be sacked. So I didn't really see anything getting open, and I'm trying to keep Damon Sanders, clean without those interceptions, and Channing Tindall, the 2-year man from Georgia, is there to get us in the backfield. So now 2nd and 13. We are coming out empty, and we got 5 wide receivers on the field. Surely one of them can get open. I think it may be John Mechie. It is John Mechie. Dive into the end zone. Perfectly placed ball by Damon Sanders. And just like that, in 2 plays, we score a touchdown. First play of the Dolphins drive was a forced fumble from Jaylen Burnett. You love to see that. And just to silence any of the critics out there, just so you don't think I'm out here doing any funny business or any monkey business, yes, it is still on All Madden. Nothing has changed. This team is just getting better. Tyler Bass will kick this thing through on the perfectly timed kick, and man, I'll tell you, we're only 2 weeks in, so, I don't want to get too excited, there's still tons of time for Tua and Jaylen and Tyreek to come back and burn us, but I feel like this team is flowing so much better, and I think I have to go back to this. I know I've said it a million times, but I just think it all starts with the removal of Tony Pollard from the backfield and the addition to Dom Fitzpatrick. I realize we did not give it to Dom Fitzpatrick on that drive, yes, but just overall, I think the offense flows better with him. So now we're going to get our first real test as Tua is coming out shotgun with his favorite targets here on both sides, Tyreek and Jaylen, and that's going to be a completion to neither. That's going to be Brian Wolf, who apparently has 97 speed. Don't know how I missed that one in the draft. Good time for a little dime blitz. Why not? We've already sacked Tua once, got him flustered. Maybe we can do it again, and that would just be dandy if we do. Tua is actually kind of looked like he was a little paranoid in the good old pocket there, but he was able to get that pass off and completed, and that was a good chain mover completion pass to Cam Akers. Come out in base 4-3 here, and let's pinch the line. Something tells me it's going to be a give to Akers. Every time I say that, though, however, it's not. Thought we might have to watch the play action. Not going to matter, though, because Marcus Davenport almost got him, but Denzel Perryman was there to do janitorial work with the cleanup, and a Dolphins player goes down to the turf, clasping his chest. Dolphins facing some early adversity here as they are going to be in a 3rd and long. Can we get them off the field and get the ball back? That would be great. And actually, Tua's heaving it, and that's going to be an interception. Perfectly timed user pick. That is Keegan McGriff, the now 2-year man from Clemson. You better say it, baby. He was tied for the highest player in the draft last year. And how about this defense, man? Drive number 1, forced fumble recovery. Drive number 2, perfectly timed user pick. We had, I think, Javon Hargrave in the backfield that kind of made Tua just throw up a wounded duck. But Austin Armadillo's defense, hello, thank you for clocking in on time. Y'all are balling out. I could do this all day, man. You don't hear me complaining about nothing. We got the ball practically on midfield now, so let's go ahead and put it in the hands of one Dom Fitzpatrick coming out of the I form. Got our new fullback, Aries Hendricks, blocking for us, but nothing doing on that one as that play is shut down very quick by Max Pondexter. Yes, you heard me correctly. Max Pondexter, the rookie out of Notre Dame. 3rd and 10 here. We were faced with this several times last week, and we never had to punt, so I would love to keep that trend going. And there is going to be John Mechie again. Okay, hey, look, we got T. Higgins, we got Bruce Joyner, we got McCole Hardman, but who is coming up clutch so far in this game? It's the OG on this team, John Mechie III. Big chain mover there. Armadillo's moving and grooving here. We're going to come out shotgun. Trips to the left with Dom Fitzpatrick in the backfield. And that is going to be, oh, nice juke from Dom. That was deadly. That was deadly, and tried to throw a little bit of salt on the wound by doing that spin move at the end there, too. Dom Fitzpatrick, man, he's a great back. Do not know why he lost his star development. He should have it. Back on the 17, inside the red zone again. We just found ourselves here. And, T. Higgins. Oh, he was open. He was so open, and we just let him. He made a nice cut on the post move there, but that was not a good pass by Mr. Sanders. That could have been an easy touchdown. Watch him duke his man right there. Boom. We threw it a little bit too late, and it was off target. Sometimes that happens. I really want to get T. Higgins involved, but not going to force feed him the rock, though. I mean, you know, if it happens, it happens. Yes, he's a great player. We got lots of other great players on this team, too. So now 2nd and 10 here, still on the 17. Let's have Dom Fitzpatrick become an extra blocker. I think that's smart. And we'll go ahead and drop back. There is T. Higgins, though. Not going to pass that up. Open in the flat, and he's going to pick up 8. So now, Dom Fitzpatrick, you are going to block for us again.
Okay.
We have a blitzer there, and 3rd and 2. Let's go out, pick this up, put the pressure on the Dolphins, and there's T. Higgins. Oh, so close. How many times, look, you guys watch these episodes, how many times do our players get tackled at the 1-yard line? Can I just get a touchdown for T. Higgins? We get stopped on the 1-yard line so frequently. T. Higgins so close, but just a yard short. 1 yard to go. Can we do it with Fitz? I'm pretty sure we can. I have confidence, but no, and got to be careful, Dom. Don't try to do too much back there. We don't want you fumbling, brother. Dolphins were able to stop us, and the 2nd and goal, we actually lose one on that play. So maybe we go through the air. This might be a good time to go through the air. T. Higgins might get this. I actually maybe want to put T on a drag, I think. That might actually be a little bit better. Could also have John Mechie as well, depending. But it's T. Higgins. There we go, baby. First catch in an Austin Armadillos uniform. I hope to be calling his name so very often. T. Higgins, such a great wide receiver. I saw something there in the defense. I thought it was smart to put him on a drag. It proved to be the right decision, and T. Higgins' first touchdown of his Austin Armadillos career. How about going up 14-0 in the first quarter? Has that ever happened? Someone fact check me on that. We might have to go back into the annals of the Cupcake Relocation Franchise history books. I don't know if it has happened. Maybe one time late last season, you know, towards the end of the season, could be, but playing great here, and hopefully we can just continue the same trend. Tua, oh, that's another pick. That's Keegan McGriff. I swear, you cannot write this stuff, man. We had pressure in the backfield, almost got to Tua. Tua just slung an errant pass, and Keegan McGriff, the 2-year man out of Clemson, the Tiger, gets his 2nd interception in the first quarter. This defense is just playing phenomenal, and I feel like I got it on easy mode or something like that, but the same settings that I always use. Nothing has changed. I don't know if it's Tua just playing terrible, if it's our defense playing great. I don't know. What I do know is it's 1st and 10 from the 31, so let's keep it going. Rookie Melvin McLeod making a nice cut there, number 9, and he will get very close, picking up 7 on that play. 2nd and 3, we're going to try to kick it outside with Dom, but I am going to flip the play. I like the idea of running alongside Ronnie Stanley. He's a great blocker, as we know, and Dom making nice cuts. There we go. It's those pre-snap adjustments, man. I'm telling you, you got to watch out for me. I'm savage. I'm a galaxy brain head coach. I got it. No, I'm kidding. I'm terrible in most situations, but I will tell you, I'm playing with this team for 3 seasons now, starting to learn a thing or two about a thing or two. Does Mike Tomlin want us to come out empty or what? No, that is not going to happen. We are going to go ahead and run this with Dom again. We are going to do outside zone, and I think we'll do inside zone. Got to do something. This clock's about to run out, but I think the Dom can pick this up here. Got blitzers on the right side. Thankfully, we're not going that way. We are going to the left, to the left, to the left. Everything you own in the end zone to the left. That's what I'm talking about. The Dom train. Let me calm down. Woosa. 21-0 in the first quarter. 21-0. And I just missed an extra point. I'm so hyped. No, there's a little bit of wind in Hard Rock Stadium, so it carried the ball back over to the left. Mike McDaniel not happy, but DJ Smalls, the Austin Armadillos, and Cupcake McGee extremely happy. That is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. That was a long first quarter, I feel like, but a lot of scoring from the Armadillos, and the Dolphins virtually did nothing. Our defense is here. Keegan McGriff has 2 picks, and it's 21-0. Dolphins need to get it together. We'll see if Tua sticks with this running game and Cam Akers. I would if it was me, but it is not me, and looks like he is not going to do that. But there is Tyreek Hill. First time we called his name, and I hope that I don't call his name too often in this game. Of course, we know that could easily happen. And his first catch is good for a gain of 21. Grant Delpit was there to wrap it up. Got to be careful with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek, Jaylen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, these guys can turn the Jets on at any given time. So this is going to be another play fake here. Gotta watch. And there is Jaylen Waddle. So now we've called Tyreek Hill's name and Jaylen Waddle's name on back-to-back plays. Kind of scary. Dolphins coming out gun tray, so I think that we will go ahead and guess pass. That is probably a smart move, and it will be a pass, of course. And Tua has tons. He had Tyreek Hill. Look, let me show you guys. He had Tyreek Hill so open it could have been a touchdown. Not sure what's going on with his, or maybe that was Jaylen Waddle. That was Jaylen Waddle. He was right there. I mean, if he would have hit him in stride, there was nobody there. So Tua maybe losing a little bit of awareness. I don't know what's going on. Single back formation now for Tua as he is finally into the red zone. I'm sure he is happy to see that. And he's going to be sacked there by Marcus Davenport. Marcus Davenport, the cornerstone of this defensive line. Another third down here, 3rd and 10. We are in man coverage, so got to be careful here. Cannot let one of these burners burn us, as they have been known to do in the past. And Tua just throwing it into the first row of Hard Rock Stadium. So now we have away team has greatly reduced fumble chance. That's good. I don't want to fumble it. I don't like fumbling it. I don't think anybody does. And, okay, so Dolphins finally get on the board. Not the 7 that they wanted, I'm sure, but I'm sure that Mike McDaniel and company will definitely settle with getting something on the scoreboard. So we're going to come out single back here, hit him with a little bit of play action on the rollout. Maybe could have, nope. Can Damon Sanders get away? We're just going to throw it. I should have thrown it away. I got greedy. Emmanuel Ogba's there. We had T. Higgins for a second. They cut him off initially, but right there, I'm sure you can see where I'm pointing at with my finger because that makes perfect sense. What I'm saying is we had him. Damon Sanders with the long windup, and Emmanuel Ogba made us pay. Now 2nd and 21. Got to be careful here. Don't want to do anything dumb. We're going to roll out with Sanders. Don't like it. Can we get it to Bruce? That was such a weird pass, but somehow Sanders completed it. Don't try that at home, kids. That was not how we drew that play up. I was trying to escape and scramble with Sanders, but we got cut off there by the lineman. And, hey, end result is Joyner-Sanders connection, which I'm never going to be unhappy to see, albeit a weird one. But that does us justice as we are now very close to midfield on the 40-yard line. About 5 minutes to go till halftime. We have a receiver wide open there. That's Ronnie Ellerby, the rookie. No, that's Ricky Seals-Jones. Ricky Seals-Jones. Don't forget that we still have Ricky Seals-Jones, who played pretty good last season and first season as the Texans. I want to say he was either a 1,000-yard rusher or very close. So now 1st and 10 from the 34. Got to try to kill some of this clock a little bit, or at least we would like to. And someone's open there. Who is that, baby? That is number 80. You know who that is. The man, the myth, the legend, Bruce Joyner, now starting to make his presence felt. You know what? Call me crazy. I was going to give it to Khalid Kramer here, but I really like what the defense is showing me. They only got 1 safety. And I think that T. Higgins, this might just be a Moss opportunity for T. Can it be? And it will be. That is why we picked up T. Higgins. Big body receiver, 6'2", I think. We just threw that thing up on the high point, gave T. Higgins a chance. T. Higgins rewards us with a touchdown. We are playing great. Every facet of this game. In booth review, all right, hold the phone now. If you got the phone, hold it. Don't put it down. I think T was
Previous
in,
play
but
is
we're going to
under
have
review.
to check on the review. Yeah, I think he got both feet down. I mean, of course, I'm going to say that. I played for the Armadillos. I'm not going to say, oh, no, reverse it. But that one, pretty clear cut. That's going to stand. If it doesn't, I will lose a PS5 controller tonight, so that would suck. But luckily, my PS5 controller will stay intact. D. Higgins with the great acrobatic catch. That is why I was so happy to get him. Maybe it's a good thing that we didn't get Nick Bosa. That was our first shot. And since we didn't get Nick Bosa, you know, of course, he's a 99 rated overall player. We were able to pick up 2 80s. That's the rules. T. Higgins was one of those, and maybe it was just a blessing in disguise. Tua now coming out single back. Got to be cognizant of the run here. I could definitely see that being the case, as I'm sure they want to drain some of this clock down. And actually going to be an end around there, if you can believe that, to Brian Wolf, the 2-year player now from Michigan with the 97 speed. Did not expect that, but nonetheless, they called it. And 2nd and 3. We're going to go nickel blitz again. We're throwing pressure at Tua. It has worked. He has gotten rattled. That time, though, he has Tyreek Hill wide open with tons of space. You don't want to see that as a defender. 2-minute warning here in Hard Rock. 28-3 is your score, and we have just controlled every single aspect of this game. I hope that we can do that. It would take some kind of collapse, but you know what? When you're talking about collapses, I'm the man for the job. So don't put anything past me yet. Tua dropping back, looking for receivers, and he has his man there that time getting open. That is Cam Akers. Nice completion off of the flat. So 5 yards to go until he can move the sticks. Let's try to prevent that. I see Tyreek Hill on the drag. No, it's going to be Jaylen Waddle, the now 4-year man from Alabama, starting to him and Tyreek starting to call their names a bit more here. Dolphins looking to strike before halftime, though, and they got 1 minute and 20 seconds to do it. But with these receivers, they can do it. But if Tua throws passes like that, they're not going to be able to do it. I'm feeling hungry right now. About a good time to pull out a sack lunch, I think. What do you guys think? Can we do it? Tua's getting flustered. Tua's getting flustered. And Pick City? No, Moss City. That's Jaylen Waddle. No comment. I have no comment. He's becoming a penguin now. He does that. He does that when he gets happy. He turns into a penguin. And I don't like penguins. I do like penguins, but not when we're talking about Jaylen Waddle. So they did score, but they scored quick. So now with 1 minute and 7 seconds left, can we score before halftime? That's the real question here. We're just going to check that down. Dangerous pass, but Dom, big hit there laid out on us by Jerome Baker. Luckily, Dom held on to that. And I think that we can score. We're going to have to pick up the pace a bit here. We do got all of our timeouts, so that is nice. And at least 3, at least 3. Bruce Joyner's open there. We'll just give it to him. And I think we're actually going to go ahead and call our first timeout there. 32 seconds, 2 timeouts. So all options are on the table. We are going to streak Bruce Joyner here. And we're coming out trips bunch to the right. So hopefully someone can get open. There's John Mechie. John Mechie just balling out. Man, we've called his name so many times. And Damon Sanders only with 190 yards, but you would figure he would have about 300 by now. Got to pick up a big chunk play, though, here because we only got 26 seconds. We're not in field goal range yet. So we got to do something. McCoy, that could be a pick. That could be a pick. That is going to be a pick. Javon Holland. Yeah, I mean, that was just a case of me trying to make something happen. It probably wasn't able to be made happen. I just wanted to pick up some big chunk play, kick a field goal, go into the locker room, but it's okay. It was kind of like an arm punt, as the Dolphins will have, virtually the whole field to work with and only 20 seconds. That's unfortunate, as Damon Sanders does get his first INT of the season, but with me behind the sticks, you knew it was bound to happen at some point. That's going to take us into the locker room, though. So interception aside, last drive aside by the Dolphins, dominant first half by the Armadillos. And we do get the ball back after halftime, so that is good to see. Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa just not able to get anything going. He's got 3 turnovers and started to kind of show some flashes there on the last drive before halftime. But we're not changing anything, man. We're doing throw it deep as our game plan. And we are doing defend the deep pass as our game plan. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We were not broke in the first half. We were firing on all cylinders. I'm going to look to keep that going. All right, Damon, just got to shrug off that INT. It happens, brother. Don't worry about it. There's Ronnie Ellerby, the rookie, and he catches it. Nice completion. 2nd and 5 here. We're going back to Dom because Dom Fitzpatrick does Dom Fitzpatrick things, steering him. I know you saw me turning my body to the right there, steering Dom Fitzpatrick in the right direction. That's pretty much how you sum it up. Dom Fitzpatrick does Dom Fitzpatrick things, man. I am a huge fan, and we got him. When did we get him? In the 4th round of that draft, the first draft of the series, maybe the 5th, but definitely at least the 4th. And that was a steal if I've ever heard of one. That was a steal. Didn't steal any yardage on that play, but Dom Fitzpatrick was still a steal. 2nd and 12 here. We're going to come out play action. And, ooh, look at that. Is that McCole? McCole Hardman on the free form completion. There we go. Nice to call his name again. Don't want McCole Hardman to become the odd man out here. He played so good for us last season. He had over 1,000 yards rushing, and, you know, he can get the job done. So even though we got all these other pieces and these acquisitions, don't want McCole Hardman to be the odd man out. So here comes Sanders. Ooh, T. Higgins open on the slant, catching a very difficult ball as he had Channing Tindall there with a big hit. He was able to hold on for it, and T. Higgins now 5 receptions for 44 yards. You love to see it. Now spelled in rookie Khalid Kramer, who had that touchdown in his first NFL career game. Let's see if he can pick up some good yardage here and maybe get something going. Khalid Kramer only able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. We're on the 19-yard line. Just got to be careful. Don't want to do anything dumb. Cough, cough. DJ, please don't throw any more picks. It's John Mechie again. It's Mechie again. He's too open.
Okay.
He's getting open on these routes. He's winning on these routes. Of course, he did that when he was back in Alabama. Did not get a chance to showcase that in his rookie campaign due to his medical conditions. But we're living vicariously through him on Madden. Does that make sense? I don't know. Do you guys understand? I'm sure you do. We're giving him the ball. He's making good things happen. And John Mechie is really a, big staple of this team. So Fitzpatrick going to get it. Oh, you cannot stop Fitzpatrick when he is inside the 5-yard line. We came out goal line formation there. Goal line formation. Dom didn't care. And we got 34 points, guys. 34 points. Usually that's the other team that's in the 30s. Not this game. It is the Armadillos, and hopefully gonna make this thing 35-10, which we will on the good kick from Tyler Bass. All right, 1st and 10 here. Let's see if Tua does anything different, if he's able to kind of ride that wave of momentum he had going into halftime. And that's gonna be Tyreek Hill making a diving, toe-tapping catch on the sideline. So let's shade inside. I'm a little worried about Tyreek and Jaylen Waddle getting an open in the middle of the field, which it looks like that's the way that they're going. It is. Tua going to roll out here. He did not scramble. He set his feet, and luckily he dove, only able to pick up 5 on that one. Shout out to all my Resident Evil fans. I know you peeped the Umbrella Corporation hoodie that I just got, and oh my God, I almost got a pick. I wasn't even looking at the TV, but yeah, this puppy just came in. I got one for me and my daughter. My daughter's 9, and she loves watching Resident Evil. I know some people may feel some type of way about that, but hey, it is what it is. I started watching games like that when I was like 7, 8, so it happens. But anyways, let's get back to football here. We're not streaming Resident Evil, although I could do that if you guys wanted me to. But no, this is Madden. This is a Madden football channel. So anyways, 2nd and 6. 3 minutes to go until the 4th quarter. All we got to do is just not do anything dumb. Can we sack Tua? Yes, we can. It's Javon Hargrave. Yes, that is right, man. That's like, what, our 3rd sack? I want to say maybe 4th. And I don't know. Tua's just, he's playing paranoid. He's playing paranoid. You would have thought that he just smoked an 8-ball at crack or something, because he is just so paranoid, looking over his shoulder every single chance he gets, and we're making him pay. But speaking of making somebody pay, there's the cheetah himself picking up a nice game. All right, you know what, Tua? More nickel blitz for you, man. You want to pick up big chunk plays like that? We got to get you paranoid again. We got to get you back on the crack pipe here. Nope, not going to happen. That's Jaylen Waddle. Tried to hit stick, and Jaylen Waddle just with a deadly Juke move there. Akeem Davis-Gaither finally did bring him down. Hey, I'm glad it took this long for the Dolphins to finally start finding their rhythm, because they have been ever since that last drive before halftime. But the first 3 or 4 drives, they were just looking out of sync. And yeah, now we got freaking Brian Wolf, the 97 speed rookie, getting a touchdown. And hopefully we have buffered this lead up enough to where even if we play like crap, which I'm not speaking that into existence, hopefully we just have enough of a buffer to come out of Hard Rock Stadium with the W. Perfect time to call a PAX burst. I have not called it yet, so this will be the one time I do. And just like typical, it's going to be a huge chunk play from Bruce Joyner. I love that play. PAX burst. Look it up. It's in the single back formation. I forget which one. Maybe Y wing or single back wing or something like that. But it's a great play. Usually it results in big gains, and I feel like it's kind of semi-broken, so I limit myself to 1 PAX burst per game. So 35-17, as long as we are not idiots, which that is a tall task for me. I will be the first to admit that. As long as we're not idiots, we play smart, we give it to Dom Fitzpatrick a lot, only throw it when we have to. Field goal, pretty much, if the game's not over already, it pretty much bursts this thing wide open. But most important thing is just to chew clock, get a field goal, hopefully, or a touchdown, and that's pretty much the game. Now we find ourselves in a 3rd down. So we're going to have a blitzer there. The middle linebacker looks like that might be Jerome Baker. It is, so ball needs to come out quick. Also, corner's going to be blitzing as well. But Joyner is wide open, and you know he's going to hang on to that because that is what he does. Big time Bruce. That is his new nickname. Bruce Joyner picking up right where he left off last week at almost 100 yards. 2nd and 7, we're going to give it back to Dom. One more block would have done it, but wasn't there. Channing Tindall, we've called his name a lot, more times than I feel like we should call Channing Tindall's name in this game. But anyways, we're in field goal range, so let's just be smart here. Maybe T. Higgins on a streak. I could see myself trying to get one more Moss opportunity. No, not going to.
We're in field goal range, so let's just be smart here.
Fuck! Be a Moss opportunity. It is going to be a pick. That is going to be a pick. See? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? That's what I do. I throw picks. That's Javon Holland. 2nd pick of the game for him. I don't know why I did that. I don't have a good answer to that. I thought that I was going to hit John Mechie on the streak. That's what I do. That's what I do, man. I throw picks in dumb situations. They want us to come out prevent. Please, Madden 24, fix that. There's no need to come out prevent with 7.5 minutes to go in the game when it's still a semi-close game. That's just dumb. Nobody would ever do that. Tua luckily still can't throw a freaking ball. And, all right, well, Jedrick Wills out for the game. So Rodney Hudson will slide over to take his spot. Not sure who's going to slide over to take the center position. Maybe Justin Britt, the shoulderless wonder. But 2nd and 10 here, we got to be careful, man. We are not. Pick back. Yes, that is a pick back from Greedy Williams. 2nd interception in 2 weeks, man, and that's our 3rd interception of the game. Picked off, interception from Damon Sanders, picked right back off. That Tua just threw that into the breadbasket of Greedy Williams. He was going for Jaylen Waddle, and 3 interceptions. Damon, you are not allowed to throw the ball. No more throwing the ball for you, brother. Heavy dose of Dom. HDD. That's what's going on right now. I don't know what Arias Hendricks was doing. He blocked the defender. Yes, Javon Holland, please. You need to get injured. We do not want to see you anymore. And Isaiah Wilson has broken ribs. That's fun. So Javon Holland not here, so they don't have to worry about him. That's good. 3rd and 6. I know we said no more passing, but we got to pass it in this situation. It's just a must, and somebody is open there. It's McCole Hardman. Why is he jumping? I don't know why he's jumping, but he did jump. But we touch past that over the head of the corner. McCole Hardman was right there. We know he's got the speed to turn it on, and now probably no more. And there's that jump. Now probably no more passing from Damon. Second and goal here. It's going to be Don Fitzpatrick is going to do it. He's going to say, look, Khalid, let me show you how it's done, brother. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Armadillo's going to get out of here with the victory. You love to see it. We got something special here, guys. We got something special. As long as I cannot do dumb things like throw interceptions when we're up by 17, as long as I don't do that, we got something special. Dolphins tried to make this thing interesting. They did score with Brian Wolf and try to onside kick. They did not get it. So we're pretty much in the driver's seat here. I mean, Dolphins, yeah, it looks like they're not even going to attempt to start using their timeouts. So they're Mike McDaniel pretty much waving the white flag here. And, I mean, we, doubled them up on the scoreboard pretty much, almost 24-42. And Don Fitzpatrick getting pancaked. But, no matter what happens, we're already in field goal range. And this game is way over. That will do it. Don Fitzpatrick does go over 100 yards for the second straight week, but the story of this game, man, was our defense. They kind of started to lose a little bit of steam there at the end, but how about that first quarter, that first half in general? I mean, we just had Tua Tagovailoa scared. He was pressured. He was throwing it to anybody. He was lobbing up wounded ducks. Yes, I know I had 2 interceptions. That's kind of unfortunate. Both to Javon Holland, too, by the way. But 42 points. I am not sure. I'd have to go back and look at the videos. I am not sure if we have ever scored over 40 points. I don't know. So Damon Sanders, 22 for 28, 318 yards, 78% completion, 3 touchdowns to 2 picks. So he's going to go up to 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. So about a 2-to-1 ratio. Not so bad. Tua Tagovailoa, 3 picks. I mean, he was flustered. Don Fitzpatrick does go over 100 yards. Again, yards per carry down a bit in this one, but look, he found the end zone 3 times. I mean, you can't be mad at that. Receiving, so Bruce Joyner, big-time Bruce up there. Jaylen Waddle had a pretty good game as well. John Mechie, though, I'm telling you, John Mechie is doing big things. And McCole Hardman had a good game. T. Higgins would have liked to see more yardage, but look, he did find the end zone twice, and one of those was that big-time Moss in the end zone. As far as our defense here, we were just actually Miami. They were living in the backfield as well, but Marcus Davenport, 2 TFLs. Denzel Perryman had 1. Javon Hargrave had 1. Jalen Burnett also had that forced fumble at the beginning of the game, so that is great to see. And then Javon Holland and Keegan McGriff matched with 2 picks, but also Greedy Williams had 1 as well. So I would classify this as a defensive win for the Austin Armadillos. Yes, I realize we did score 42 points, so you think offensive explosion, but we never allowed the game to be competitive. We never allowed the Dolphins to really have a chance, and that was just a great game all around. But kind of scared to click X on my controller as we have 2 new injuries. Let's see what this means. Isaiah Wilson, whatever, out 5 weeks, don't care. Kenyon Green should be back in a couple weeks, but Jed Wills, that one is big. He's out 4 weeks. So all linemen, man, our linemen are dropping like flies out here. But, man, let me know what you guys thought about that game. 2-0. I think, depending on what the Titans did this week, we are going to be atop the AFC South for the first time ever. Now, we play New York Giants next week. We've already played them. And then week 4, you best believe your bottom britches that I got that marked on my calendar as we play my Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. I might have to bust out my Aaron Rodgers jersey for that one. But anyways, that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Go Armadillos. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.